Back here again at Blood and Iron Martial Arts with Luís Preto. Now we're going to be looking at a very simple but yet effective strategy to develop parrying skill. Although books are quite useful, the thing is that, for example, if I show in a book an initial guard, this initial guard, and then on the following picture people already see me performing the actual parry, the thing is that although these photographs are useful, there are different ways for one to go from the initial position to the parrying position. And unfortunately most ways are wrong, and there's one which is most effective. Let's try to analyze and figure out how to develop that. And so, now Lee is going to feed me a strike here towards the head, okay? And since this strike is coming from above, I will look to intercept it with an opposite motion, okay? And so, instead of simply bringing the weapon using a semi-circular motion so that it receives the blow, instead of doing this, instead of merely positioning the weapon in order to receive the blow, which will very likely not work at maximum speed, I will look to generate a force against the strike, so that the strike which is coming from above is even repelled slightly upwards. How can one develop this type of motion in a very simple way? By using this type of guard with the weapon pointing backwards. It's simply a matter of performing an ascending strike towards the weapon. The strike is coming towards you and you attack it. You can perform an ascending strike towards the opponent's strike. From here, the strike comes and you attack it. Just once more. One. And so now very slowly, the strike is coming and you attack it. You perform an ascending motion. Now it's the same thing from this position. From this position, instead of performing a semi-circle motion just to reach this top position, no, from here, since you don't have time to bring the weapon back and get it up over your head in time, you're limited to perform just this part of your motion. But although you're limited to perform just this final part of your motion, it has to be with the same direction and upward motion. So, one, okay, so directly upwards, so that it blocks the strike and even repels it a little bit upwards.